Nicola. It's time for our weekly live stream. And before we get started, how about everybody leave something they're grateful for in the comments? I am grateful for a warm, sunny spring day in Idaho. It is absolutely lovely outside. It's really nice to have some warmer temperatures before fall, spring ends once again, and we go back into the 30s and 40s, which is typical. But share something that you are grateful for, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to do today. Today, we will be tapping to release our blocks from being comfortable in our own skin and feeling like we're good enough. Those are two good things that go well together. Hey, Sherry, grateful for your accomplishments so far today. Very good. I'm going to have trouble with the tongue twisters, evidently, because I'm having trouble with my words already. So that's going to be fun for everybody. So while you guys are adding in the comments something that you are grateful for, let's get started with the aiming question. First one, 0 to 10. How comfortable am I in my own skin? So today that starts out at a 10 for me. It seems really good. I don't think I'm 100% comfortable in my own skin all the time, but maybe unconsciously I am. Let me see. Hey, Shrishti, grateful to have done a huge spring cleaning and organizing, and you're feeling good in your space. That's wonderful. Welcome, Harmony. Grateful for baseball. How fun is that? Okay, so we've got some numbers rolling in for being comfortable in your own skin. Shrishti starting out around 3 or 4. Hey, Jen, welcome. Jen's about a 1. Harmony about 7.5, and Sherry's at about a 4. Okay, good. So we have room for improvement, and that is what we're going to get started doing right now. So tap and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I'm not feeling comfortable in my own skin. However I do that, inside, I let it go. Why I started to feel that way, I let it go. However I know I'm not comfortable in my own skin, I choose to let it all go now. Feel those fingers and say, I give myself permission to feel comfortable in my own skin. Feel the fingers. Now wiggle your toes. And remember, when you're tapping, focus on the sensation of tapping. Step out of your thoughts, your to-do lists, your plan for the day, any stress or worries. Take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out and say peace. Peace. Good job. Okay, let's add a little soothing self-havening. And you can repeat after me. What if I am truly comfortable in my own skin? What if I let myself feel good? What if I appreciate my body and all that it does for me? What if it's time for me to feel good? All right. You can ask yourself that aiming question one more time. 0 to 10, how comfortable am I feeling in my own skin now? And thank you for those little likes. I see them scrolling by. So mine's a 10 plus. It's very interesting. You never understand where the numbers come from, or this comes from your unconscious mind, but sometimes it's surprising. Let me put it that way. Harmony moving up to an 8 is great. Sherry moving up to a 6. Lisa, welcome. Coming in at a 7. Very good. Where's everybody else at? Notice the incremental changes. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just chipping away at it, one tap at a time. Thank you, Jen. This is a gift from one of my very dear friends. It's either Christmas or my birthday, and since they're close together, I don't remember which it was. I love this shirt too. All right, let's go again. Jen moving up to a 3, by the way, so I'm making progress. Feel those fingers and repeat after me. I release and let go of anything and everything that blocks me from being comfortable in my own skin. I release any memories and links. I release the things that I say to myself that are less than comfort producing, and anything else that could get in my way. I let it all go. I give myself permission to be more comfortable in my own skin today. All right, good job. Squeeze your wrist and take a nice deep breath in. And relax it out. Peace. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go back to the soothing self-havening. And this time, I'd like you to repeat a tongue twister out loud 3 times. Now, if you're, around other people or in work, maybe you don't say it out loud. But if you're alone and you can, it really helps you interrupt any patterns, any trance that's going on in your mind. So let's see, what's a good one today? Should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? Should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? Should Sheila sell seashells or should she sell shoes? And Shrishti, you could substitute Sheila for Shrishti or Shrishti for Sheila. There we go. All right, now let's do the aiming question again, 0 to 10. How comfortable am I feeling in my own skin now? Yeah, 10 plus plus. Okay, Shrishti moving up to 5 to 6. Renee coming in at a 4. Welcome, Renee. Harmony up to a 9. 9 is divine. Wonderful. Nice incremental changes, everybody. Shrishti moving on up, 7, 8 is great. Shrishti coming in at an 8. Sherry coming in at an 8. Very good. Swatch is a Swiss wristwatch. Ooh, that reminds me of a couple that I have. Lisa, very good. Swatch is a Swiss wristwatch. I used to have like so many swatches. I loved Swatch. I don't think they're in business anymore, are they? And Jen coming in at a 5. Lisa, 9. And Renee moving up to a 6. You guys are doing fabulous. Give yourself a big smile. And let's go again. Feel the fingers and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I don't allow myself to feel comfortable in my own skin. It's just a trance, and I'm breaking that trance today. I choose to be a little bit more comfortable in my own skin today. I give myself permission to feel more comfortable in my skin now. There you go. Feel the fingers, wiggle your toes, and then squeeze your wrist. Nice deep breath in. Relax it out. Peace. Very good. Nicely done. And let's do some more informational statements as you resume self-havening. What if I can feel comfortable in my own skin? What if it's easier than I thought? What if I shift my focus to one of appreciation? What if I appreciate my body and all that it does for me, even if it's not perfect? All right, let's check it again, 0 to 10. How comfortable am I in my skin now? Mine's definitely a 10 plus plus. Let me see in the comments where yours is. And if you hear any hammering, that's because someone's doing some work at the house. So hopefully the earbuds will tune that out. But if it doesn't, that's what's going on. So we've got Harmony 9.5, Lisa up at a 10, Shrishti coming in at an 8 is great. Sherry bringing up the 9, that is divine. Very good, everybody. Nice incremental changes. You're doing fabulous. And we're going to go again. Non-dominant hand this time. Switch sides, whichever side you were just using, use the opposite. I release and let go of all the ways I just can't feel comfortable in my own skin, or all the ways I won't let myself feel comfortable in my own skin. I release my part in that equation. I let it all go. I give myself permission to feel comfortable in my own skin now. All right. Squeeze that wrist and take a nice deep breath in and relax it out. Peace. Nicely done. All right. After this one, we're going to be doing good enough. I think I mentioned that already, but if I didn't, that's where we're going next. Now, time for another tongue twister. I had a couple of good ones yesterday that I remembered. I won't do the one that, well, I guess I could do it, but make sure you're not around anybody else in case you slip with this one. I am not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late. I am not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late. I am not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only oops, I did mess it up. I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late. Oh, well. I knew I probably shouldn't have done that one today. However, it's probably not the first time someone's dropped an F-bomb on YouTube, right? I don't know. Okay, so now that I've either made you laugh, totally broke your trance, and broke mine, let's check in again. 0 to 10, how comfortable am I in my own skin now? And somehow that even went up higher, so that's hysterical. I'm even more comfortable in my own skin after that one. Very good. 10 plus, 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 and Shrishti coming in at a 9. That is a good one, Jen. It's a hard one. It's a funny one, too. All right. Where is everybody at now? Lisa, 10 plus, plus. Very good. Excellent. Good work. Okay, so we're going to do one more round of tapping with that one. Sherry in at a 10, and then we're going to pivot to feeling good enough. All right, so tap with me, feel your fingers and say, I release and let go of whatever is left that has been blocking me from being comfortable in my own skin. Today is a great day to let it go. I'm here tapping with Nicola and everybody else, so I can let it go. I choose to let it all go. I give myself permission. Stand up nice and tall. Sit up nice and tall as you say it. To be comfortable in my own skin now. Feel your fingers. Squeeze your wrist. Nice deep breath in. And relax it out on a sigh. Peace. Good job. All right, we'll do a little self-havening in between before we pivot to good enough. Let's see where everybody ended up. Jen came in at 7.5, or that was before we are checking this time, but 0 to 10, how comfortable am I in my own skin now? Yeah, mine just keeps going up. That's a nice thing, right? It's a good one for today. I'll take it. Notice if your standing a little taller. Notice if you're feeling a little stronger. Just notice anything that's changing in your mind or body. And then we're going to check and see how good enough you feel. Okay, so Harmony got up to a 9.5. Very, very good. Nicely done. Shrishti, 10 about. Yes, that's awesome. Good job. And Jen, 8 and lots of yawns. Fantastic. Good. You guys are doing wonderful with this. And then we're going to clean up anything or whatever feels like being cleaned up today with not feeling good enough. Too many people waste too much time on that one. Good. Yawning is a good sign of shifting. I love it when people yawn in sessions. It tells me the unconscious is making an update. Okay, let's check in. 0 to 10. How good enough am I feeling right now? Yeah, mine's 10 plus, 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 plus. I'm pleased with that. Let me see in the comments where it is for you. So now we're checking in on good enough. 0 to 10, how good enough am I feeling right here and right now? Shrishti's at a 6. Very good. We've got room for improvement. Harmony 8.5. Very good. Sherry 10. I am thrilled to see that, Sherry. Delightful. Very good. All right, so we're going to go. I'll let the rest of you fill in your comments and say, I release and let go of anything that blocks me from knowing that I am good enough. Wherever it came from, I let it go. Whoever taught me to feel that way, I let it go. Why ever it's been important to hold on to this, I definitely let it go. I give myself permission to know and feel that I am good enough. Feel your fingers. I want you to wiggle your toes again. Smile. And squeeze your wrist. Take a nice deep breath. Relax it out and say peace. Peace. There's a phrase I used to see or hear, and it was something along the lines. Maybe someone could put it in the comments if you remember how it goes more specifically, but it was like, smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. I always found that one to be kind of funny. All righty, so let's see. Sherry was coming in at a 3 for the good enough. So that means you finished at a 10 for comfortable in your own skin. Jennifer's at a 6 on this one. Okay, very good, everybody. We're going to do a little bit of informational statements with this, and then we'll check in and see where you're at. So, what if I was born good enough? What if nothing could ever change that? No matter what anyone else says. What if I decide if I'm good enough, not the approval of others? All right, let's check it again. 0 to 10. How good enough am I feeling here and now? Yeah, mine's still way on up there. Let me see in the comments. What is changing for you with feeling good enough? Shrishti up at an 11. Excellent. Very good. Sherry coming in at a 6, doubling. Very nice. And Jen, you were at a 6. Was that just after this round or was that the prior round? Not sure. All right, so that's looking good. We're going to go again. This time, that's sweet, Shrishti. Let's see, can I do that back? Yay. There you go. This time we're going to tap with the non-dominant hand, so switch sides and say I release and let go of the story I have been holding that told me I'm not good enough. It's time to create an update. It's time to let the old story go. I give myself permission to know that I am good enough. Okay, wiggle those toes and squeeze your wrist. Nice deep breath in. And relax it out. Say peace. Good job. Okay, time for another tongue twister. And Lisa, thank you. You reminded me of this one. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I wish to wash my Irish wristwatch. I might need a little more sleep. I'm having uncharacteristic difficulty with tongue twisters today, but that's good. Makes me have to work a little harder. Okay, so 0 to 10, how Good enough am I feeling now? And even though I'm messing up my tongue twisters, it's still 10 plus, plus, plus. So I'll take it. I will take it. Let me see in the comments how you're doing with this one. And remember, as we go through the tapping rounds, focus on the sensation of the fingers. Maybe listen to the sound of the tapping. Perhaps you notice which is warmer, your fingers or your face, right? Because you want to break your focus. When you break your focus, you break your trance. When you break your trance, you create changes. And that's what we're here to do. Okay, so Sherry, 8 is great. Jen, 8 is great as well. Excellent. Very good. You guys are doing great. Okay, so we're going to do it again. Okay, start tapping, feel your fingers, and say, I release and let go of whatever is left of the old I'm not good enough story. It's time to let that one go out of print. It's time to upgrade my story. I give myself permission to know that I was born good enough, and I always will be. Feel those fingers, and then squeeze your wrist. Take a nice deep breath in, and relax it out. Peace. You can bring back the self-havening, and let's see, I guess we'll do some more informational statements. Harmony, 9.5, very good. Let's see, what if I upgrade my story of good enough? What if I release the old story that said I wasn't? What if it's easier than I recognize? What if I need no external approval to be good enough? Imagine that. What if I trust that I have always been and will be good enough, just the way I am? Good job. Let's check in again, 0 to 10. How good enough am I feeling now? Okay, so 10 plus, plus, plus. Starting out in a good state today, even if I can't do tongue twisters. Who would have thunk? Let me see in the comments how it's going for you. What incremental changes have you been created? Shrishti, 10 plus, plus, plus. Excellent. Very pleased to see that. No, Jen, you do not have to change for anybody. Not now, not ever. Sherry is at a 10. Harmony is also at a 10. Excellent work, everybody. I would say that deserves a pat on the back. You can just reach over and pat yourself on the back there. And let's do one more round. We'll see where we end up, and then we'll close up for today. Okay, let's go with the non-dominant hand this time. Okay, feel your fingers, just changing it up, and say, I release and let go of whatever's left of the old story of not good enough. Any place in my life that not enoughness reared its ugly head, I let it go. I let it all go. I give myself permission to change this today. I give myself permission to know that I am good enough, and I always have been. Okay, squeeze your wrists and take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out. Peace. Okay, now you can do a little self-havening. We're just going to check in one more time and see where it ended up for you guys. 0 to 10, how good enough am I feeling now? Mine's definitely a 10 plus plus. And if you like doing this, you can hit the like button. I don't think I've ever asked for that, but I probably could, right? And I'll be back next week. I don't know what we're going to do next week. I'll figure it out. If you have anything that you'd like to see or hear that you want to do that focuses on feeling positive, you can always leave that in the comments, because I read all the comments. Sherry 10 plus, Jen 9, Harmony 10. Very good. You guys all did fantastic today. And Shrishti, wow, 10 plus, 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 plus. And a little bit of symptoms trying to drag you down, but understand, Jen, you're still good enough even when you have symptoms, right? Maybe that's something to let noodle around. Good job, everybody. All right, so thank you for being here. I am Nicola with Faster Changes, the memory whisperer. I help people release painful memories that keep them stuck so they can be free. And I will be back next week for a little bit of more tapping so you can let go of blocks, create incremental changes, and just feel good. All right. You're doing it right next week? That's an idea. I could think about that. But what's underneath the need to do it right? That makes me wonder, right? Because is there just one right way or is there progress? Let's think about that one. All right, everybody, have an amazing day, and I'll be back.